Hello, hello. Seeing if everything's getting set up properly. Give me 1 second. Gotta turn my rec room notifications off. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, Frenzy Benzy, you are lightning fast. Give me 1 second. Just getting everything set up here. How's the game going? It's going pretty good. Turn those off. And then I won't be going all stream. Right, everything's working. Alright. Hexagon game, I forgot what it's called. Oh, Crumble's been going pretty well. I need to do a lot of studio stuff when it comes to the actual production of the rest of the game. For the most part though, the actual game mechanics and stuff are working, so that's good. I just gotta do some... I gotta do some more UI. I gotta optimize the way the name tags work, and I need to go through and just make sure that like all the bugs are taken care of. I know there's some bugs when people join and leave mid-game and it causes weird things to happen. So it's not too bad. For the most part, all of the actual stuff in there, logic-wise, is done. Just give me 1 second. I want to... Let's try it. Nice. If you need ideas, I got you. The ideas are really good based on what I've been hearing from people that have played it. I've taken a break on it mainly so I can get back to doing more UGC stuff. And once the contest theme comes out, I'm definitely going to be focusing more on whatever that room might be. And then I'll probably come back to Crumble after the contest. Unless the theme is like floating islands and spleef, in which I might just use it. Is that iron armor? It is untextured diamond armor, but I very well could just make an iron version of it. But yeah, it's Minecraft inspired armor. Let me... Alright, sweet. I'll put this in a couple places. We should be good to go. Whoa. Make the armor so shiny it blinds people. Make it shiny, reflective, also give it emissive textures so it glows. Anyone who just looks your direction is like, ah! Regrets ever doing so. Make it cost a million tokens for the whole set, because it's just pure light. The UGC is made of pure light. Alright, I think we're good to go. So, be able to still see? Yeah, it looks good. Essentially, last stream, we were modeling like the lower bits of the body. Like the pants, fixing up the shoes, I think some lower parts of the chest plate. I After the stream had ended, I just went through and I weight painted it. So now it actually fully animates properly for the most part. Don't mind the helmet. That's intentional. That's just making sure it's weighted to the hat bone. But yeah, for the most part, it's fine. There's like some weird parts with the shoulder blades, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Yeah, so it looks good. So for the most part, for like today's stream, I'm actually going to be going into texturing. I set up Substance Painter so that I could import it in there and start texturing today. And then after we do textures, we're going to need to do the levels of detail for all of them. And then, oh, actually, before we texture them, I keep forgetting to do this like every time I make UGC. We need to make the bean body version. Which sounds terrible, but not the bean body version, but the fact that I keep forgetting to make a bean body version. It's required, so throw that down there. We're gonna do that. I did not want to put that in that folder. Real. I'm like the only one. I mean, if you're the only one and you're happy being the only one, then good for you. Let's see. Does that look good on the bean body, you think? I think that should be fine. Because that's full body, there's bean body. At least when it comes to the chest plate bit. Bean body has no legs, so does that work? What do you mean, does that work? Oh, like the pants? I just brought the pants over just to make sure that they still match up for the most part. But it should work. Yeah, this should be fine. Maybe I should actually unwrap it before we start. Yeah, maybe we should unwrap it. Alright. We're gonna start with the chest plate. Did I already unwrap it? I think I might have already unwrapped the chest plate. Go to UV unwrapping, or UV editing. Tab. Okay, it is unwrapped. So I just gotta make the bean body variant. And that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, because that's the exact same. So we'll go to modeling, we'll hide full body, we'll go into bean body, edit in, we'll go into face, or I'll select all these faces. Let's hide this bean body bottom. Delete these faces because we're not gonna ever see them. Spawn that back in. Put that in. Oh. Shift. Oh, I need to do that. Shift D, duplicate, put that back. We'll hide the original. Edit into this. I'm gonna just make sure that all of the wireframe matches up for the most part. Where's that setting? Wireframe. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 faces. We just need to cut this up a bit more. So this shouldn't be too bad. I am kidding. Recroom messages. Give me a second. We'll just set it to 0.5. And then we will get both of those. Bean body has no legs, does that work? looks alright, just needs a helmet. Yeah, so for full body, you'll be able to buy the helmet, the chest plate, the leggings, and the boots, because it's based off Minecraft armor. But for bean body, you'll only be able to equip either the chest plate or the helmet, because no legs. So, should be fine. Go into here, face select, get this side, delete them, take the rest, add a mirror modifier, boom. And then it's just making sure this thing fits. We could probably get rid of that upper row of faces. We'll delete them. We will merge this and this to create that. Oh, I guess before we do, we gotta apply that mirror modifier. Then we will merge. J. And then it's just a matter of connecting these vertices. Merge at last. At last. New UGC idea, bean body, literally. Oh god. Oh no. Just make a character that looks like a giant, like, big bean. That's what I imagine when you say that. Oh. Oh, built like a big bean. A big bean. A big bean that. Big bean that. Oh, not that one. I want to merge that one. And then that should be good. And then it's just a matter of making it look pretty. Mozzarella stick arms. You could tell I'm hungry. I mean, if you're talking about food a lot, maybe you need to go eat, man. I think you might just be hungry. Oh, I did not. There was. I think something like this will do just fine. Hi. How do I make these stuff? If you have a computer that's able to run Blender as the 3D modeling software, it's at that point you're mostly there. It's all about just learning the software, honestly. I hope that was the question. Because literally it is 3D modeling, but unless the question is more specifically about like how do you actually upload and publish items, that's a different question. Just depends on what you're trying to get, I guess. Sharp, I think that for the most part fixes. Do we have weird? No, the normals are fine. Interesting. It's still a weird shape. Gotta figure that out. So just pretty much making these horizontal and vertical lines fit the contour of the body. Should go by relatively quickly. I believe if we then do weighted normals, weighted normal, throw that above the armature, keep sharps. We turn off the wireframe. Looks pretty solid. You think this is a good bean body variant? Anything wrong with it, you think? Trying to think. Something still feels somewhat off about it. I'm not sure what. I think something like that might help with the generalized shape. You think it looks fine? Okay. I'm not too much of a bean body user anymore since full body came out, but for the most part, I mean, I wouldn't complain if I had this, so hopefully it's good. Hold on. I think what I'm gonna do is just... Nah, it'll be fine. I think this is fine. I guess all we gotta do left is mark these. Mark these as seams. I think we will be good to go. I think there's something about these lines that is messing with me right now. Yeah, something about this general bean shape is just throwing me off. Yeah, this should come out a bit more. That's out. This should come out a bit more, which makes me want to bring these out a bit more. I think something like that makes the back look nicer. That curve around the bottom looks fine for the most part. Then around the front looks pretty good. That looks good, I guess. Bring that out a bit more, that out a bit more. I think we are good to go. Maybe it's because these lines aren't actually following the contour that much. Well, that kind of makes it look a bit better. Alright, we'll go with something like this. Yeah. And then to properly unwrap it, we are going to need to face select. Oh, that's knife select. I did not mean to do that. We need to face select all these. Need to go up here. Where's this chest plate? I guess just select all. Then take that, shift, select, nope, not shift select. Control, open, go to UV editing, we select all here, we unwrap. And we gotta pack islands. We pack islands, we will be able to get all of them more tightly knitted. There we go. Looks way better. Way better. I'm not sure about that margin though. Maybe 0.025? Oh, now we gotta do that in the pack islands. Hold on. 2.5. Whoa. Come on, come on, it's not that hard. There we go. Way better. So now both the full body and the bean body should be able to use the same texture sheet. It should be fine. We can rename this one so it fits the naming conventions to MB for modern bean underscore diamond chest plate, because that's what it is, underscore shirt, because that's the slot, and underscore LOD 0, because that is the highest level of detail anyone will see. Let's see now. We'll take that. Let's go back to the modeling tab really quick. We've got to take this, we're going to go texture it. So we'll take this one. Let's get this. This. We'll make a duplicate of this. Shift D. I think that's along X. E. So select that one. Then this one, this one, this one, this one. We should be able to file, export, FBX, and are you guys able to still see that? I don't know if you're able to see that or not. If not, it's fine. I'm just limiting to the selected objects. I'm gonna rename this Diamond Armor Set to Substance, because that's where we're taking it next. Throw this in this folder. We should be good to go. Oh. Uh-oh. Hope we're not lagging too bad. Yo, how you doing, Aqua Chicken? I was literally like just talking to you. That's crazy. Alright. So that exported properly. First I'm gonna save this so we don't lose it. And then I'm going to save the project I had open in Substance. I'm gonna make a new one. I'll switch it over to the Substance view in a second. I'm just gonna first set it up. We need the Avatar Studio template. We need to pick the file. The file is the one we just made, which is Diamond Armor Set Sub. There we go. And all these default settings should be fine. I'm revamping Phantasmic fully, and it's gonna be dope. Sounds dope. Hopefully it's not like setting you too far back. You had a decent amount of it done. And I suck at Blender. Well, you gotta start somewhere, you know? Oh, that's not good. Ooh, that isn't good at all. Not you sucking at Blender, Aqua Chicken. I just opened it up in Substance Painter and I noticed a lot of issues. One, I have not assigned materials and there's some inverted normals. So, gotta fix that. Yep, face orientation. These knee pads are inside out. And they're not assigned. So I was wondering if you could model the mountain for us. If you need to, I would pay. Just if you could possibly model it. Do you have access to Blender? Have you ever tried modeling something like that? Because it wouldn't be too terribly difficult. And even if you don't have much Blender modeling skill, that also could be something you do with the Unity terrain tool. Unity has a built-in terrain system. You tried the Unity terrain or Blender modeling? Because you said you tried it and it didn't go good, unfortunately. You tried Blender. Try opening up the room in Rec Room Studio and see what you can do with the terrain tool. Because what you can do is go in with Maker Pen, lay out the general shape you want your like the mountain to be, and then you can use Unity to spawn in a terrain piece. You can use the sculpt terrain tools and you can bring it up just to where you put those Maker Pen markers, and it'll be really smooth. You won't be able to get any like jagged edges or anything. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what that mountain looks like, but the Unity terrain tool is definitely helpful. And then you can use like the actual Maker Pen bits to like model rocks if you wanted to, or use Blender to model rocks and then put them in with Studio. So many options. All of them work. It's amazing. I was asking you because I knew it would come out good since you do this stuff. I mean, I do this stuff, but I don't really specialize much with terrain. I haven't messed a lot with how to do terrain in Blender or Substance, or not Substance, but you know what I mean. I more so do avatar items or like solid surface modeling. Yeah. Alt-N, we're gonna flip those. I think that was the only issue. But honestly, any opportunity to learn is a good opportunity, and I think it would totally be good to take that opportunity. Now that we got these situated, yeah, I totally think if you don't know how to do something, like I appreciate you coming to me for advice, but I think you should try and do it yourself. Not like as a you gotta do it yourself, but like, what if you wanted to make another room and use terrain? Like, then the Unity terrain tool is like really good. You can make all those really nice smooth terrain bits. The only issue is with Studio, you can't make overhangs. It can only ever go up or down. You can't make it slope and do this sort of deal. You can only ever make it go up and it'll mound or cave or whatever. But still really useful. If you wanted overhangs, that's where you would either like custom model the terrain or use like Blender assets. Because terrain by itself is like a base, you know. Just like if you were to, it's like if you're making a burger, the Unity terrain tool is more so the buns, and you use things like assets as toppings, and that's what makes the terrain itself actually look good. How you doing, Solomon? Seeing the English alphabet right now, this instant, using the water gun emoji as a threat. I'm not afraid to get wet. I'm not afraid of a water gun. Also, you can't make me do anything I don't want to do. Also, what other alphabet is there? Are there other alphabet songs? Now I'm curious. Should I be worried? Are there other alphabet songs? Which one's the best one? I'm going to assign some materials while you get back to me on that. This is going to be a diamond. We're just gonna call it. Yeah, we're gonna call it diamond armor underscore leg. We're gonna copy that because I'm lazy. I'm gonna go over here, make a new one, paste the name, except this one is going to be helmet. We'll just do hat. Same naming conventions as the item. Gonna go here. We're going to make a new one. This one's going to be shirt. Make the rec room guy do gritty. It's supposed to be actual gun emoji, but we know how that is like. I was aware what you were inferring with that emoji. However, it's a water gun. I know it originally wasn't a water gun, but like, you can't threaten me with an emoji. It's not even that scary, bro. Gonna also, what if I don't want to sing the alphabet? What if I'm too shy? I'm too shy. I don't want to. You can choke from death with the water gun. Valid. But also, no. You know. Alright. I think all of those are now assigned. We should be able to come down here, select that guy, file, export, EX, diamond armor to sub, should be good, export, go back to substance, file, new, avatar studio template, going to diamond armor, set to sub, open, okay, discard, and, uh-oh. Wait, which UVs did I set that to? Well, now we got another issue. The shirt UVs are different. Uh-oh. Is what bad? Choking to death on a water gun? Yeah, that's kind of bad. Or was that a different context? Did I just completely forget about something I was just talking about? That is probably most likely what happened. Outfits. Load test outfit. I don't remember that being there. Let's do UVs from full body, diamond chest plate, whatever. Now if we go into here, UV editing. What? Ugh. Is there a way I can just... is that bad? No, I meant from the shirts having different UVs. Yes, it is bad because I'm trying to make it so that both shirts can reference the same texture sheet. So regardless of whether I'm full body or bean body, the actual, like, armor looks the same. It could look similar, but then I'd have to do separate materials for both bean and full body, and just doing it this way, it's that extra step that makes the shirt itself that much more effective and efficient, especially when it comes to lower end devices, and just Rec Room lagging in general. This is one of those little things where it's one of those small steps, bit of an inconvenience, but it makes it so people lag less, so like not much to really complain about. You should not see how I UV edited my straw hat with textures. I mean, I can make some guesses. There's some pretty bad ways to do UVs. The most common being auto unwrap. Auto unwrap, oh, it's garbage. It's legitimate garbage. Did I unwrap this one? Maybe? I know this chest plate was unwrapped. Weird. How should I go about this? Maybe I honestly do that. I'll edit into here. Let's get rid of modern bean. Let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of the hat. We'll get rid of the legs. We'll come in here. Whoa! Excuse me. Jeez. Select that, and that. Edit out. I'm gonna go over to this guy. We'll select both. Okay, that looks good. Come over here. Unwrap. We are going to hack islands. Looks about right. How do I transfer those UVs? I'm gonna have to like reduplicate the armor. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to reduplicate the armor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reduplicate the armor. Oh, it's one of those things, I guess. No, we'll just do that for now. Throw this into here. Then we will... We're gonna have to do a chest plate transplant, I think. How fun is that? Yeah, we'll delete that. So that's full body. TaugnTan1 playing Substance Painter 3D, or Substance 3D Painter 2024. That's one way to pirate Adobe's. What do you mean pirate? I paid for it. I bought it through Steam. It was $200. select invert. We're gonna right click, delete. You have to be the first person ever to pay for that shit. What do you mean shit? This software, to Adobe's credit, one, their subscription service absolutely sucks. But this was a one-time payment. And you essentially, the whole deal is you pay $200 one-time fee. You get to use the software. It doesn't come with any future updates, but you can use it forever. And honestly, with the amount of stuff that's in Substance Painter and how quickly you're able to get stuff done, totally worth it. I also thought that, like, oh, why would I want to like pay for Substance Painter? How could it actually be that good? It is that good. Oh my goodness. Like, I thought initially that like Substance Painter was like, yeah, it's good because it's an Adobe product. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But like, I was like hand texturing all of my stuff before. You go into Substance Painter and it's going from using Microsoft 3D Paint to using Photoshop. It's just so nice. It's that amount of difference. If I'm not mistaken, if I go into both of these, all of those, into here, that looks good. There's no overlapping UVs, meaning I should be able to just make sure that all of the I'm just gonna make sure all those UV settings are off while I merge. It should be pretty good. Alright. And we're gonna go here, we're gonna merge by distance. Oh, well. First we're gonna actually merge the shapes. Control J, beautiful. And then we're gonna merge by distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, 16 vertices, that's about correct. Let's make sure this is marked sharp still. That should be fine. And then we just do weighted normal. Throw that up there, keep sharp. And it looks pretty clean. And then, theoretically, we go to UV editing, select all, looks good. Come down here, gonna turn on the bean body version. Gonna turn that on, looks good. We select both, their UVs should edit. Beautiful. Okay, so now we should be able to take this into Substance Painter and it should be good to go. Why is it that only program that you can buy it one time rather than have the programs under subscription? I don't know. It's also one of the few you can buy through Steam of all places. So, I don't know. I like it though. I like the fact that I can just make a one-time payment. $200 is a lot, but if you're serious about 3D modeling, so worth it. So worth it. Trust guys, I'm not sponsored by Adobe. It's the only one, when I checked, not including the previous versions that aren't owned by Adobe. Oh yeah, maybe it might have been bought out by Adobe. I'm not sure about the history of Substance Painter. All I know is it's great, and you should get it if you haven't already. Let's export again. again. Go to Substance, File, New, select, Diamond Armor Set. Okay, discard. Hat, legs. Ugh. Ugh. The legs are messed up again. Okay, that's good. Shirts are good. Shoe. Okay, so shoes and pants need to be fixed. Good to know. Good to know. It's the only one. Check the previous versions. Yep. Check Discord DMs. Show it to the stream. I dare you. You dare me? You are not utilizing, like, any of your UV space. I am not showing that to the stream. Also, what void are you 3D modeling in? Interesting. Let them suffer? I don't know, I mean, it's your model at the end of the day, so like, you do you, I guess. We go to UV editing, select all that, select all this. Wait, there's no, there is. That's why this looks messed up as crap. Let's get rid of them. Well, yeah, we'll need merging. So, what are your thoughts of the texturing, Lamau? I mean, you're just doing solid color texturing. It's okay, especially if it's like one of your first 3D models. It's a good way to get into it. If you're actually wanting to do proper texture and things like edge wear, you're definitely going to want to unwrap a bit better. Because the way the UVs, like this space over here on the left, if you imagine that as like a, I guess for the sake of clarity, either like 1 square foot or 1 square meter of like canvas, and you were to, you only were able to paint your avatar items on that specific piece of canvas. You want to take up as much of that as possible so that you can get the most detail. So try to, at least for me, I try to have all of that. I try to fill up as much of the UV editing space as possible, essentially. I think that's what I'm getting at. We unwrap, we pack islands. Like, when you pack islands, it's literally just doing math to make sure it fills in every single amount of space as it possibly can with the amount of slices you've done on your model. It's not the first 3D model. Are you still gonna not merge? We're going to apply. Are you still relatively new to it, or have you been doing this for a while? What's your history with 3D modeling so far? Unwrap. Gonna pack islands again. And that should be fine. And now, for the 4th time, we should be good to bring it to substance. Hopefully, pinky promise, maybe, I don't know. Export, FBX, diamond armor set, substance ranger, new, select the vial, open, okay, discard. Let's see. Hat looks good, legs look good, shirt looks good, shoes look good, nothing's inverted. I think we could move to substance painter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Kind of complicated, but to keep it short, I made a few 3D models back in 2020, 2021. Stopped because Blender kept crashing, and now I'm back on a crappy laptop that runs Linux and made some 3D models. I mean, working with what you got, man. You're making it work. That's good. Start by getting rid of all these. We're going here. We're going to make sure all these settings are good. What is this? Focus mode? What is the differences? I know one of these makes it so that it bakes per item and not the whole thing, because I don't want to bake shadows onto them from other item sets. I also used to make Roblox, GFX, if you know what those are. I do not know what those are. I did not get into Roblox creation in any way. I tried. I did for like one day try to learn how to script in Lua, but I was like 10 at the time. And it was cool, like some of the very, very basic things I was able to do, but not cool enough for me to continue learning. But still cool that you were able to make stuff in Roblox. Light diffusion. Wonder if I have to probably bake all these individually. Bake selected textures. Let's bake it. So we're baking its ambient occlusion. Then we should be going on curvature and position. Should be good to go. Basically, Roblox GFX are special renderers using Roblox characters. And the most popular way is using Blender. I would say I made some good ones, not best, but good. Well, that's good. I haven't seen what you've made, but I'll take your word on it. If you think they're good, that's all that matters, honestly. If you admire the work you make, you're doing a good job. Now we're baking the pants. I can show you the stuff I made if you want to. It's up to you. I'm not too picky. Right now I'm just focusing on getting this done. It's been like, today's what, the 4th day? I didn't do a stream yesterday, but I did 2 streams back to back. Friday and Saturday. I didn't do one yesterday, and now I'm doing one today. And hopefully by the end of the stream, we should have a full set of diamond armor, and that'll be like so epic. Alright, and then the last thing we should have to do is these shoes. Alright, then, now that we got all these baked, go back into paint mode, we can turn all these back on. Now we've got our beautiful view. We'll zoom out here so we can still see the UVs. There we go, beautiful. So what should we start with? We can technically start with any of them, but I guess we could start with like the shirt, and then we can kind of copy it over, see how it looks. What part of the process of making avatar items do you find the most tedious, if any? Tedious probably comes with either weight painting or with getting certain UV maps set up. Like a second ago, I was having a little bit of trouble with getting the bean body and full body shirt to use the same texture sheet. But we got it worked out at the end. That's one of the tedious sides. weight painting, especially if there's a lot of like geometry or materials on pinch points like shoulders, elbows, armpits, kneecaps, stuff like that. Somewhat a pain. But most of the time it works out in the end. Guess we'll just start. Get a blue going, I guess. We'll set both the same. Looks good. Was thinking you were going to answer gloves. Well, gloves isn't a part of the process. A glove is an item. Probably the most tedious item, yeah. Luckily, Recroom makes it pretty easy. But, yeah, gloves are kind of difficult to weight paint properly. Honestly, that kind of already starts looking good. How glossy should we... Whoa. Probably not that much. Well, we'll have it high glossiness like that. Like, that looks pretty good. We don't need height, we don't need emission. It's not going to be glowing. And then next thing we can do is get a second layer going. And then on this layer, we'll just... Actually, let's see. What does the Minecraft armor look like? It's actually a significantly lighter blue. It's more like this. Ooh, that's weird. Yeah, we'll go for something like this. That looks more Minecraft blue, like diamond blue, at least. And that looks like the edges of the diamond armor actually get darker. I want you copy colors from the actual diamond armor texture. There's not really a reason. I can kind of ballpark it. And it's all about vibes anyway. We'll go for a bit of a darker blue. I'm going back and forth. I don't know if you guys can see the references I'm looking at. It's actually closer to like this, I think. And then magic right here. I'm about to make the edgeware work. Generator. Select the generator. I'm gonna use curvature. Just like that, we have our edges selected, and then it's all about refining. So we're gonna go in here, bring this down, just like magic. Not too glossy, just something like that maybe. Now that I think about it, am I able to bake? Able to bake with just separate textures? Ignore backface, yep. Relative to bounding box, cage, front distance, rear distance, should be fine. I don't need to worry about any of that. I'm just noticing that the shoulders should be baked like separately from the actual chest plate. I believe that is possible. I just don't know where that is. Use cage. Maybe it's no, it's not the anti-aliasing match. Maybe match by mesh name? Well, we'll try that. Let's see. Oh, well, by mesh name, these are joined. Well, we'll try it. Yeah, it's doing some weird stuff in there. Why won't... Oh, you already answered that one. How do you make it so some parts appear sharp? Oh, like the actual like creases in the way that like this front bit works. I think that's what you were asking. Okay, then it's pretty simple. In Blender, if I switch back to that really quick, give me a second. There we go, Blender. If we go to the modeling tab, essentially all I've done is I've marked these front seams as sharp edges, and that creates that crease. If I were to select this and clear the sharp, if I go out of edit mode, you'll still see the sharp because I've done something terribly wrong. Probably, oh yeah, there we go. So that's what it looks like when I don't have those sharps. But when I do have the sharp, then you can actually see that crease. And it also gets used on the curvature in Substance. You use sharp edges, but it doesn't work. What version of Blender are you using? Because there's immediately what version of Blender? Because your version 3.2.2. Whenever you're using that version of Blender, you need to make sure whenever you right click and you are able to shade smooth, shade auto smooth, or shade flat, you need to always do auto smooth if you want your mark sharps to work. So, because if you mark smooth, it looks like this. If you mark flat, it looks like this. It has like the really low poly look. You gotta do auto smooth, and I usually set mine to something crazy like 180 or 360. It doesn't matter what it's set to, because all it's doing, all you're doing is you're manually marking those edges sharp. So I don't need auto smooth to do anything. I'm essentially saying there's no auto smooth for you. If there's no auto smooth for you, it's probably a modifier. There is an auto smooth. 3.2.2, I'm not sure. I haven't worked in that version specifically. Maybe look in the Blender documentation for auto smooth 3.2.2. It does exist, and that's how you do it. You find wherever that auto smooth setting is. It's probably either in your data tab, in your modifiers, or something like that. I would look that up. Set your auto smooth angle to like 180, because that means it'll only ever mark sharp if it's at like this sharp. So like, yeah. And then you can just mark sharp all the edges manually. I like doing that, especially if you want to have something custom like that, I guess. Yeah, especially looking at this Minecraft armor. One thing I'm definitely noticing is the actual colors used in it are not going to work that well for Rec Room armor. I'm going to do something like that, I guess. Whoa! Maybe we don't bring the specular that low. Just a tiny bit. There we go. That looks good. Good on this one. Good on this one. What else should we have? Let me look at the references really quick. It's kind of got an interesting, what would that be? Sort of bulbous look?
Rec Room. Join the fun for free.
Let's use an effect or a filter. I'm gonna bevel this edge. but we're gonna bevel it this way. Give it a bit of that thicker line, you know? Gonna add a height. Gonna put that on. Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's throw, maybe we'll do... Ooh, yeah, let's do it on the curvature. Let's do global contrast to... Blur mode, uniform, on uniform. What are the differences? Bevel warp? Oh, we don't need to warp the bevel. Filter, maybe there's a sharpen we can use. Is there a sharpen? There we go. Attributes, parameters, intensity. Never mind, we're not using sharpen. We're not using any of those. It's got an interesting look to it. What was the one I was looking for? Is it high pass, maybe? Let's turn down the global contrast till that starts looking nice again. That looks good. Okay, so for this one, it's just gonna be that. This one, we're gonna do a curvature. We're going to globally invert. We're going to maybe bevel. Have the distance on it come out a bit, like that, perhaps. We high pass. Ooh, okay, hold on. We might be cooking. Change its height. What can we do here? I mean, that's like insane. We would never go that crazy. Like, hold up. You have the bevel, you have the high pass. If we didn't have the high pass, and then maybe we throw a blur, just so that there isn't... Yeah. Hold on. Do we throw the blur under the high pass? What's causing that pixelation? Is it the bevel? What's causing that? Is it just the insanity of that normal height? Oh, kind of is. Let's see. That's just doing that edge. We do the bevel. We change its smoothing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And we throw the high pass on that. And then the high pass, we could do the radius on. And then if we take the blur, yeah, we don't need the blur anymore because we figured that was the bevel. If we change the height now. It's insane. It's a little too much. There we go. Do something like that. We can take this. I want to bevel it. I want to maybe add a bit of global blur, you know? Just not have it be too crisp. Oh, I haven't been showing Substance Painter? Oh my gosh, thank you for letting me know. There we go. Now we're in Substance. This is what we got so far. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I genuinely forgot. Yeah, we're getting into textures now. I've just been tweaking settings. Thank you so much for pointing that out. That's embarrassing. Okay. This reminds me of a Block Story, the Minecraft clone with realistic characters. I haven't heard of that one, but I guess it's kind of like something like that. Where's the bevel? Blur mode. Let's do uniform maybe? What's the... Oh, non-uniform actually kind of looks a little better. The game isn't really well known, so I don't blame you. It was my childhood. That's fair enough. Does the light bounce off that? No. Pretty good still. Bevel's good. Let's bring the height up a bit more. Oh. Take that bevel. The smoothing's good. I'm not sure about the distance. Something like that, maybe? This edge here might want to become a bit less prominent. Or maybe used as like a seam? What if we just zero that out? Global invert. Interesting. I think for this high pass, what does it look like on the references? Looks like it might get a bit lighter, not darker. So if we use that logic, go a tiny bit there, tiny bit lighter, something like that. Maybe even bring the specularity. So now if it's in shadow, it kind of gives those like purple reflections, almost like a bit of enchantment or something. Maybe, honestly, it's pretty close to just being good. Maybe we just throw on like ambient occlusion and a vertical gradient. I think it honestly will be pretty close to done. Let's try that. Add a layer. We're gonna do maybe a mid, we'll go mid like blue like that. Something just to get it. We won't worry about glossiness or height or emission. Oh, that's a good thought now. Should this armor glow in any way? I think no. I think it should just reflect really nicely, but that's why I ask. Add a mask, black mask. We're gonna go generator. We're gonna get our not position, light. I think, yeah, light map. Okay, so we want this to be inverted. So the less light hits, the more you see. Honestly, that kind of dials it really nicely. Let's see here. I guess we can start by bundling all these into a folder. And we can throw that in there. We can take the folder, throw a black mask, or no, white mask. And then we will go in here to poly select. We'll select with black. Just these inner bits. These we can make like black or something later. And then it should mirror on the other side. Yep, good, because we set those up correctly. And then close that. Make a new fill. Put that underneath. High emission. Yeah, then we can just set this up really quick. Oh, saving. Good to go. We'll do a bluish hue inside. It'll be like pretty much matte. That'll look good. That'll look real good. We'll also color these bits out, because that will not be seen unless it comes out of a box or is in the render. And that we want to fix. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That looks pretty good. Trying to think of what could potentially heighten it. Maybe some like hand painted highlights, maybe. I don't know. Could try that. Remove mask. We're going to copy it. Well, we can make it a smart material. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Where did it go? C D diamond armor. There we go. Perfect. Drop those in the shoes. Drop those in the legs. And drop that in the hat. That looks pretty good. Like, for a base, that's like diamond armor right there. Go back to the shirt. Can delete that. What do we need now? I think mainly just texture. Like those manually painted highlights. I think that's literally it. We make a new fill. We were to do like a white or a near white. Let's do a near white. To make the glossiness real high. Still got that blue, so it still has that vibe, you know? We'll do a black mask. Come in here. And then we'll go to, what are the different brushes we got? Get rid of the smart materials filter. Let's go to brushes. See what we got. It's gotta be something to do with like sort of pixelated look. See what we got actually. Lines, charcoal. We make these a bit larger. There we go. Cool. Not what I'm looking for. None of these are really great. Might end up going for like the calligraphic, maybe. There's like this concept one. It's more cubes though than it is like pixels. I was hoping there would be like a more blocky brush. Figured there was. I'm not seeing one. Maybe I shouldn't be looking here. Maybe this isn't the best place to be looking. What alphas do we got? Because we can, at the end of the day, just do different alphas. Like a chalk spread. Go in here. This should be just a plain box. It's a gradient. Square rectangle. Ooh, hold on. Take this. Let's bring this down. How you doing, Pretzel? How you doing, Hydro? Welcome, welcome. Yee. It's not really texturing though. Oh, maybe if I set it to white. Woo! Hold on, hold on. We're cooking. We're cooking. It's kind of got that blocky look. Hold on. We can cook with this. We can cook with this. Flow. Alright, what about size jitter? Size jitter's fine. Flow jitter. Don't need to worry about that. Angle jitter. We don't do angle jitter. Kind of all follows the same path. Is Blender that hard to learn? I really think I'd like to do stuff model and whatnot. Blender, how have you used the Maker Pen in Rec Room? If you've used the Maker Pen in Rec Room, there's a lot of similar tools, obviously in a completely different environment, but it's like learning any other skill. It's just practice, knowing that your first couple times it's not going to be the best, but that's fine, especially if you're able to and wanting to learn. It'll be fine. So is it hard to learn? It really depends on how determined, I guess, you are to learn it. I had to slowly learn it over time. Stuff that I made when I first got into Avatar Studio still wasn't my best work. I look back at it and I'm like, wow, yeah, I sucked making hoodies back when I made that hoodie. But I could do better now. So it's all just learning. It's like anything. It's you're practicing a skill. So it's not too bad when you get the hang of it. If it was hard, the program wouldn't be popular. It's just a long learning curve. How long did it take you? When did you start? How long did it take me to do what? And if you're referring to when did I start Avatar Studio, I initially got brought on back in August of 2024, was when they did the very first onboarding. I was part of Wave 1. So I've been doing it for a couple months now. I'm not making a fruit cup. I'm not making a fruit cup. You can't make me. How long did it take you? When did you start Blender? I didn't start Blender till like Rec Room Studio was in beta. And I believe I was in like wave 3 or 4 when it was still in like the private beta and they were still like word of mouth Rec Room Studio stuff. I had never touched Blender before that. And then when I got into Rec Room Studio, I started learning Blender more so I can make room props and assets. So how long did it take me to learn Blender? It pretty much as much time as you're able to dedicate to learning how to use Blender is. I mean, I don't remember how long it took me to do it. I'm still getting better at it. You'll always learn new things and how to make things faster and faster and faster, more efficient and better, and it's still a learning process. Even about a year, 2 years afterwards. I don't remember when Rec Room Studio started, but constantly learning. So how long did it take me to like learn the software? Maybe a couple days, but how long did it take me to get proficient and good? I would say a year in, probably, when I was like comfortable, wasn't scared of opening the program. You just gotta make it fun. What settings am I looking for? Maybe if I turn the flow down in general. That's like the opacity. Spacing, maybe? Is that it? That's kind of it. Size jitter. Maybe I make the size itself bigger. That's weird. Hold on. I don't know if I like that. Let me add a teensy tiny bit of height. See how that looks. Ooh. Interesting. I don't really want flow to control that. I want my pressure to control that. There we go. What am I make, Tan? I am making Minecraft diamond armor, of course. Check it. Got the full diamond set in Rec Room. It's gonna be epic. Right now I'm texturing, I'm adding highlights to the chest plate to begin with, just to see how I want to go about it. Was thinking of doing like pixels like this, but I'm not so sure now. Yeah, it turned out really good. Like, models looked good, brought it into substance, got a base texture for the chest plate, gave it on everything else. Oh, looks amazing. Oh, here, I can actually rotate the light source so you can actually see how it works with the lighting. When it's in shadow, it has a bit more of a purple hint to it, almost like it's enchanted in a bit. Turned out real nice. I really like it. I'm not sure how I feel about the blockiness of that. I think I'm gonna stick with... I think I'm gonna do a new black mask. I think the pixel idea is nice. Yeah, it seems a little overwhelming though, at least to start. So I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do the... Let me see the shapes I got. Is this thing it starts with? Shape parabola. Yeah, and then it's got hardness settings. Okay. I'm gonna turn the jitter down. I'm gonna turn the jitter down. I'm gonna make it so that the size is controlled by that. The flow is maxed. I'm gonna turn the minimum flow down to like 50 so that doesn't get too small. Gonna spacing to like 20. Yeah, I think I'm going for the pixel idea. I'm gonna do some smooth highlights to begin with, just to block in the lighting, and then I'm gonna go and stamp some actual like pixels on top of it, almost as if it's like this weird blend between Rec Room and Minecraft. I'm gonna make official Minecraft merch. I mean, unofficial. This isn't licensed. I don't own or have licenses to anything Minecraft related. This is not Minecraft. This is actually a cave game. Yeah, cave game. You're gonna let me cook, Bet. Follow path. I think. It's not game infringement! It's not Minecraft! It's not Minecraft, trust! Trust. It's not Minecraft. You just gotta trust. Whoa. Medium. Thank you. Does brick shape? I think I'm just gonna go for the square again later. I'll just stamp it. Let's start with this. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can we turn hardness? That normal. Damn. That normal. Ooh, you know what? Instead, I'm gonna start with normals. Turn off that, turn off that, turn off that. Turn off that. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of normal. We're gonna start with that pixelated look, I think. We're going to, yeah, I think that's what we're going to. Go to mask, black mask. Go to here, grayscale. Go to alpha. We'll change the alpha to. Actually, let's just see. Where is it? Square, rectangle. It's like not showing up at all. Hold on. Flow, turn that off. Max flow. Why is the stroke opacity, spacing, angle, we don't follow path? Whoa, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. So we'll just start with that as a base. We mess with the height. Yeah, something like that. Go in here and we go by direction. Oh, I don't want that to change the size. Gonna have that still be like that, still follow the path. This needs to come down again. And this, the spacing needs to be much greater. Okay, hear me out. Cooking. Ooh, okay. Hear me out. Cooking. I think that's actually looking real nice. Hmm. Oh. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Ru-du-du-du. Do-do. 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 Do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. Oh yeah, this is way quicker. Let's get rid of the legs for the time being. And just focus on these. Oh, thank you, Substance Painter. I'm gonna save anyway. Hmm. Whoa. Hmm. Okay. Wait, let's finish the shirt. Actually, now that I think about it, I still wanted to do some subtle highlights. didn't even realize the time. For anyone else that may be still watching, I do have to go in about 15 minutes. So, about just gonna finish this, this chest plate. That turns out real nice. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna finish up this. Oh, gonna finish up this chest plate, and then I gotta go. Jeez. Well, this is turning out real nice. Which one's the one that I did the high pass with? This one? Is there a filter you can put over it? To add filter. Alright, I think I'm going to have to end the stream here for now. I'm probably gonna finish up these little details off screen. Hopefully this was an enjoyable stream. I know I probably wasn't talking as much near the end, but I ended up getting into it.
Join the fun for free.
It's coming along though. I really like how this is coming along. So I will have to end it here. I hope you like it, I guess. I will be sending update pictures of this set onto my Discord after I get it fully textured. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will see you later.